combat robot in the zone of responsibility of the Air Command, SCID. The children marched together toward victory, but they failed. Russian soldier wiped out 2 Ukrainian soldiers by opening fire at close range and killing both. While intense fighting and casualties occur routinely in the Ukraine conflict, including around contested areas like Pokrovsk, concrete details about this exact close-range killing have not been documented in major media or official releases as of early November 2025. The ongoing conflict features numerous casualties on both sides, with Russian and Ukrainian forces engaged in artillery, missile, drone, and ground battles resulting in numerous fatalities and injuries. However, individual shootings of this nature are rarely detailed in open sources without further verification. Due caution should be exercised for claims circulating on unverified social media or Telegram channels without independent confirmation. In October 2025, Ukrainian air defense successfully destroyed 11,269 enemy air targets, including aeroballistic missiles such as 6H-47 MEM-2 Kingal, 53 H-101 air missiles, 17 ballistic missiles, Iskander MKN-23, and multiple winged rockets and guided missiles like Caliber, H-5969, and Iskander-K. Additionally, they downed 2,416 Udarnik BPLA-type Shahed and nearly 8,500 other types of drones. The Ukrainian airborne forces conducted 551 aircraft flights during the month, comprising around 340 for air cover and over 120 for fire attack and air support missions. Despite sustained intense missile and drone attacks from Russian forces, Ukrainian defenses remained robust, with about 600 enemy air targets destroyed, alongside strikes effectively hitting Russian command posts, logistics, manpower concentrations, and military equipment. The conflict continued fiercely, with Russian forces prioritizing offensive operations, notably around contested areas like Pokrovsk. Ukrainian forces carried out special operations and maintained resistance despite heavy bombardment. The war's toll on personnel and resources remains severe on both sides, as the struggle for strategic control intensifies. HA-47 M2, Kingal, HA-101, Iskander MKN-23, Caliber HA-5969, Iskander-K, Udarnik, Bebla. On the night of 02 November, the enemy attacked with 2 ballistic missiles. Iskander-M missiles from the Bryansk region, 79 ballistic missiles of the Shahed Gerbera, and unmanned aerial vehicles of other types from the directions Kursk, Milerova, Orel, Primorsko-Akhtarsk, RF. About 50 of them. Air attack, defense aircraft, air missile forces, units of REB and unmanned systems, mobile fire groups of forces, defense of Ukraine. According to previous data, as of 9, anti-wind protection killed, upgraded 67 warriors of BPLA type Shahed, Gerbera, and drones of other types in the north, south, and east of the country. Fixed interception of 1 ballistic missile and 12 ballistic missiles at 6 locations, as well as the fall of missiles at 2 locations. The attack continues. In the airspace, there are several enemy BPLA. Follow the safety rules. Overnight, about 18 Jiran 2 Shahed-type drones attacked Izmail near Ukraine's southwestern border, targeting critical regional energy infrastructure. A 110 kilovolts electrical substation was directly hit, causing a large fire, and secondary strikes occurred in the village of Safyani, possibly aimed at a nearby solar farm. This attack aligns with Russia's renewed focus on disrupting Ukraine's power grid ahead of winter. These strikes are part of a broader pattern of intensified Russian drone assaults on Ukraine's infrastructure, despite Ukraine's ongoing air defenses intercepting many aerial threats. Separately, the Russian forces claim to have thwarted a Ukrainian airborne operation near Pokrovsk, a key battleground in Donbass, though Ukraine asserts continued resistance and tactical advances in the area. Ukrainian air defense continues to perform robustly in October 2025, with significant numbers of enemy missiles and drones destroyed during sustained combat operations. This summary reflects the intensifying conflict marked by frequent drone strikes and contested ground operations, focusing on Ukraine's critical infrastructure defense and ongoing battles in strategic zones like Pokrovsk. The Pentagon has officially approved the transfer of long-range Tomahawk cruise missiles to Ukraine, determining that sending these missiles will not deplete U.S. stockpiles or compromise military readiness. These missiles have a range of about 1,000 miles, potentially enabling Ukraine to strike deep into Russian territory, including critical energy and oil infrastructure. The decision marks a significant escalation in U.S. military aid to Ukraine and could shift battlefield dynamics by enhancing Ukraine's deep strike capability. However, the final decision to proceed rests with President Donald Trump. Despite initially supporting the transfer, Trump reportedly hesitated and reportedly reversed his stance following a phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who warned the missiles could reach Moscow and St. Petersburg, threatening to escalate tensions and harm bilateral relations. The Pentagon and White House have not made public statements on the current status, and operational issues like training and deployment methods remain under review. This development highlights the delicate balance between enhancing Ukraine's defense capabilities and managing geopolitical risks with Russia, amid ongoing efforts to bolster Kyiv's precision strike options by the end of 2025. The armed forces of the Russian Federation reportedly thwarted an attempt by Ukrainian airborne troops from the Ministry of Defense's main intelligence directorate to land near Pokrovsk, according to TASS quoting Igor Kimakovsky, advisor to the head of the DPR. Ukrainian special forces reportedly initiated a complex airborne operation in Pokrovsk to regain control of strategically important areas previously declared captured by Russian forces. The city of Pokrovsk remains a focal point of intense fighting, with Ukraine's military holding positions despite heavy Russian assaults. Russia claims all 11 Ukrainian special forces involved in the helicopter-borne operation were eliminated, a claim denied by Ukraine, which maintains that the operation is ongoing and that Ukrainian forces have managed to enhance tactical positions within Pokrovsk. The situation around Pokrovsk is described as challenging and fluid, with close-quarters clashes and ongoing efforts to sever supply routes. Ukraine's military leadership emphasizes sustaining logistics and repelling Russian advances, with reinforcements and drone systems deployed to support the defense. This context reflects the heightened combat activity in Pokrovsk, where Ukrainian forces continue to counter significant Russian efforts to encircle the city and gain control over strategic Donbas territory. The nuclear-powered submarine Khabarovsk has been launched in Severodvinsk, designed to carry the advanced Poseidon nuclear-powered underwater drones. These drones represent a new generation of strategic weapons, combining the capabilities of torpedoes and autonomous submarines. The Poseidon system, recently tested successfully on nuclear power, is described by Russian President Vladimir Putin as unmatched in speed and depth, powered by a nuclear reactor notably smaller than those used in conventional submarines. It carries a warhead significantly more powerful than Russia's most advanced intercontinental ballistic missiles. The Poseidon drones are intended to operate at extreme depths and speeds that make interception nearly impossible, and they are designed to detonate near enemy coastlines, potentially causing devastating radioactive tsunamis. This weapon system is part of Russia's broader strategic deterrence arsenal, emphasizing a shift toward underwater nuclear capabilities that could alter the future of maritime warfare and nuclear deterrence globally. A Russian Il-76TD military transport aircraft operated by Aviacon Zitotrans has landed in Venezuela. Aviacon Zitotrans, sanctioned by the USS in January 2023 for allegedly supporting the Wagner Group and Russia's defense industry through cargo services, is involved in these flights. This recent landing is not an isolated case. A previous Il-76 flight arrived in Caracas on October 26 on an undisclosed mission, indicating ongoing air transport activities between Russia and Venezuela that may involve military or strategic logistics. These flights highlight continued covert or sanctioned Russian logistics operations in Latin America amidst geopolitical tensions. Since August 2025, approximately 100,000 individuals aged 18 to 22 have crossed into Poland, reflecting significant movement of people likely fleeing the ongoing conflict and related pressures. Despite Russia recruiting around 30,000 new soldiers monthly, reportedly through forced conscription, an estimated 20,000 desert each 4-week period. This high desertion rate has contributed to a severe manpower shortage in Russian forces, with around 290,000 desertion cases recorded since the start of the conflict. These figures illustrate substantial challenges facing Russian military recruitment and retention amid sustained war pressures, impacting operational effectiveness and morale. Politico has published an article highlighting the darker side of Zelensky's rule, which presents a critical view of the Ukrainian president that contrasts with the typically favorable Western coverage. The article accuses Zelensky of quietly consolidating power in a way that resembles a one-man state rather than a thriving democracy. This marks a shift in narrative around Zelensky, who was once widely celebrated as a reformist and democratic golden boy in the West. Such scrutiny reflects growing concerns about governance, political freedoms, and the concentration of authority in Kyiv amid the protracted conflict and domestic challenges. Russian forces launched a drone attack targeting a truck stand in the Odessa region, Odeshina. Video footage circulating online reportedly shows the aftermath, where 2 people were killed and 3 others injured in the strike. The attack reflects ongoing Russian efforts to disrupt Ukrainian logistics and critical infrastructure in the south, contributing to civilian casualties and humanitarian concerns amid the continuing conflict. Ukrainian authorities continue to document such incidents as part of the broader impact of the war on civilian areas. A new batch of Su-35C fighters has been delivered to the Russian Ministry of Defense. The Su-35S is a highly advanced multi-role stealth fighter aircraft, known for its supermaneuverability, advanced avionics, and long-range strike capabilities. This delivery is part of Russia's ongoing efforts to modernize its air force amid the continuing conflict and to maintain air superiority in contested regions. The reinforcement of Russia's tactical aviation fleet with Su-35S fighters underscores Moscow's commitment to sustaining aerial combat capabilities and strategic defense preparedness.